We're about to go on a run here through DC and show you what it looks like now.
All right, let's talk about the National Guard taking over DC. As a retired military person, why this is happening. I think first of all, I think he's just doing it as a trial run in case he doesn't want to leave in 3.5 years, assuming he makes it that far, so he can protect himself and stay in power. It's not going to work. He's going to fail eventually, one way or another. But I think it's just a practice run. National Guard, while they're quiet now and they're doing their what they're told, they would a lot of them would defect if it came to that extreme. Right now, most of them are weekend warriors. They didn't sign up. They sign up usually to get the GI Bill money, serve their contract, and then get out of there. Or sometimes they do the full 20. But if this continues and they're continuing to be away from their family to do stupid things, they will just ride their contract out, get their college money, and get out of there. Um, Long term, it's not going to be successful for sure. Right now, they're quiet because they don't want to lose their benefits that they signed up for, right? And some of them have probably put in already a couple years, and so that's why they're quiet. But they're not enthusiastic about this. They're doing what they're told, And this whole thing with now adding weapons to this is they bring more National Guard there. I can guarantee you it's going to be that's a show of force. They're trying to scare the public, but I bet you anything, I can guarantee this: the majority of them will have no rounds in there. It'll be empty magazines. If you hear them bump up against their magazine, you hear like ting, it's empty. But anyways, they're not going to let them have rounds. Not the weekend warriors for sure. Not many of them. Maybe if they're on specific missions, maybe more the highly trained ones. But the reality is they're weekend warriors, and I say that as somebody who started as a weekend warrior. Um, it's just not going to work. So and as far as there's only 430,000 National Guard, not every one of them is infantry. There's usually 3 soldiers to support an infantry person. So um, there's still the paperwork people, the nurses. They're not going to be out there on the streets. So we don't have a lot of people to really do that. So if you're worried about like the nation takeover too, the best they could do is take over DC. But even that, it's just going to protect him, assuming those people will stay with him. The reality is, as it gets worse and worse, his allies, the Republicans, politicians, they will defect eventually too. Most of them, because they don't want to be on that side of history, and they don't want their selves in danger or their family in danger. Because enough people get pissed off, which right now is very little, as far as uprising. Um, they're in a world of hurt real quick. So they're not going to get the protection that the president gets. And anyway, so yeah, we definitely have concern for what's going on. I'm not ready for the panic button yet, but as far as the military taking over, it's not going to happen. We're too big of a country, too spread out, too many people. We only have 2 million military people total, and like 25% of them are deployed or overseas right now. So are we going to pull them all back? Like this is not going to work. Eventually, he will fail, and then we will all celebrate that day.